Hey YouTube, Spectre here, and I've had a I wouldn't call it a QEC issue, but it's just a weird input, like like not a human error input, but like it's just the mouse scroll. Something about the scroll wheel just has been bugging me. So basically, I'm in a game like Valorant, and my melee is bound to scroll down, and every time I'm in a gunfight, not every time, that's a little bit hyperbolic, but every time I'm in a gunfight, sometimes, occasionally. I know it's. I'm using a lot of words. I'm a little sick right now. My family, and I got COVID, so I'm a little under the weather, but try to get try to get better. My dog's in there, but anyway, every time I'd be in a gunfight, every like half an hour or something, something would happen, and my knife would randomly pull out. It it didn't bug me at all because at first I was like, okay, maybe that's me. Maybe I'm because I also reload with scroll mode down, so mouse button 3. So maybe that was just me, Maybe I pressed down and it just pressed down and it activated scroll up or down. But I sometimes was just mouse 1, mouse 2, and it would activate, and I was really confused. I was like, okay, so I wasn't crazy. I wasn't seeing things. So I emailed Finalmouse on New Year's Day, and they got back to me within a couple days. They emailed me this morning while I was asleep, and they sent me the links to the things I should download to update my firmware. And so far, I haven't seen any video covering this, so we're just gonna go over it and then basically show you how it's done. So let's go to media view here. So basically, you're gonna go copy paste these links into a tab. You're gonna paste it. I'm not gonna paste it personally just because I already downloaded these things. And you're gonna download the firmware and utility. So where it's gonna end up, or where it should end up, I should say, when you're done downloading it, is you're gonna basically move it over to your local disk, users, and your privatized user folder, which in my case is super. Don't ask why. I should probably change that later on. Kind of sounds weird, but you know, I don't really mind it. Anyway, we're gonna go into here, and as you can see, this is where I put mine. This is all download. These are the two that are. This is what it's gonna look like when you download both of these little links. Sorry. Oh my gosh, my throat's killing me. Anyway, so we're gonna close out of that, and then afterwards, we're gonna mess with the mouse for a little bit. Um, Basically, it tells you you need to find what port it's connected to, what mouse port what USB port your mouse is connected to numerically. So basically, you go to Device Manager. You're gonna go to View. You're gonna show hidden devices. Scroll down, ports. See, it says COM3 for me, but it shouldn't say anything for you except for this first one, which is communications port, which is COM1. So for what I did was basically following the steps. All you do is put it in what Finalmouse calls DFU mode. I don't know what that stands for, and don't really want to figure that out at the moment. I'll probably look it up later on. But hey, so you're gonna turn the mouse off. So you flick the switch off upwards. You're gonna press down the DP. You're gonna press down and hold the DPI button, and do the exact same for the scroll wheel. Honestly, I can just do it in which is one thumb across like this, holding it down, and then I take the dongle off, plug in the USB micro USB cable into the front, and I did it incorrect because I didn't hold it. My bad, my bad. All right, let's try it again. Okay, I can't see. There it is. Okay, so unlike your normal indicator LED, which should be range from red, yellow, red, orange, and green, which is the battery life. This case, it'll be a white violet color. I don't know if you can see it coming out of the white shell, but yeah, you can kind of see it on the screen here. Actually, let me That's not helpful, is it? Since it's in the well, just gonna up close. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna turn my mouse off because personally I don't need to update the firmware anymore since I've already done that. We're gonna turn that off. Plug my receiver back in. All right. Anyway, cool. Oh, oh. But anyway, after you've done that, you will be going down, scrolling down to here to your script. So you're going to be able to copy paste this in the command. But what we just did, or what you should be technically doing, is having it plugged in, obviously, and then be going to your device manager, which we saw earlier. And that's where the comp3 for me becomes relevant, because that's the number it indicated for what the USB port might, like what number it was plugged into. But anyway, so that correlates to this over here, example, yada yada yada. What I just did was copy this and then change COM1. I just changed the number 1 to 3. So I did this. I went into command, and we're not going to run as administrator. We're just going to press enter, and it'll go back. It should go to your privatized regular own thing. And then you're going to control B, change this number here to whatever. Okay, it's not going to work with me, but you get my process. You're going to change this number 1 here into whatever number yours, 3, 2, maybe it's still 1, and then you're going to press enter. And then by the time you're done with that, it'll run through a bar. It'll be basically say 100% complete, and then by the end of it, it should say, I think, device programmed. Yeah, and then your firmware's updated. If your problem persists, where your scroll wheel or whatever problem you have that isn't human error or any hardware related, you can just email Finalmouse. If not, then hopefully this helps. You can write me in the comments if you have any questions, and if not, then stay safe and have a good day. Bye bye.